Hi Newfield artists! So today we're going to have some fun making our own paper sculptures, and we can be inspired by an artist named Alexander Calder, and he did a lot of sculptures, some that they hang from the ceiling, they're suspended in air, and others that are really big and they're found in public spaces and you can walk through them and around them, and there's some examples in the slides that you can take a look at. So we're just gonna be inspired by his work a little bit and create our own unique pieces, our sculptures made of paper. And you're just going to need to start some strips of paper. So I have some started here, just strips of paper. You can do some that are a little longer than others. And I'm just going to do a few more. I happen to have some colored paper, so you might want to cut some that are going the long way and others that are a little bit shorter for you, so you have a little bit of a variety. Okay, so I have all my paper strips cut out, ready to go. This is a lot. I went a little overboard, but that's okay because I can always save them and use them for another art project. There's so much that you can do with cut paper. So I'm going to need a piece of paper. I'm using construction paper here. It's just a little bit thicker, more sturdy. And this is going to be the base, the bottom of my sculpture. It's going to hold everything into place. So I'm going to be gluing these pieces in certain ways onto this base. So the first thing I want to show you is how to just do a simple arch. So you're just going to take one strip of paper and you're just going to bend it so that it pops up in the middle like a rainbow. And then that's it really, but just so that you can glue it down easier, we're going to make little tabs or feet at the bottom. So I'm just folding, boop, both of those ends in, and just to show you, I can glue those little tabs down onto my base piece of paper here, and that will create my first piece of the sculpture. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll do a few more, maybe in different colors. And keep in mind you can make them wider depending on where you place the feet. So I'm going to do that now. So the next thing I'm going to create are some curls with the paper strips. And you're just really going to bend it and turn it into place so that that paper strip curls. And you are going to just make decisions on where you want these things to go. So you're thinking about maybe if you're using colored paper, what colors are working well, what shapes you're creating with these pieces of paper. You can do a paper curl, just kind of like one loop right there, or you can kind of do a double and make it extra curly like that. So I'm going to do that with a few pieces. And another thing you could also do is you can attach your pieces of paper as you're creating the sculpture. So this curl, I think that I might want to attach it to this arch. Just have to get that re-glued down there, and I think I like how that looks. So the next thing you could do is an accordion fold. So you're going to maybe make your paper strip look like a staircase or like a zigzag line. And let me just use another color so you can see it maybe a little bit better. And you just fold one way and then you fold it over the other way. So since it's a small paper strip, I can really just use my fingers like this, like my hands are docking to each other, and I can just fold it over, pinch and fold it over, pinch and fold it over until I get to the end of the paper strip, like that. And then I can figure out where I want to place it. And again, you can think about ways that you can glue it on, and maybe you want to create a kind of star-like or flower shape. You can do them, glue down the ends closer together. You can glue them on top of something else you already have, or spread it out wider, or you can make it look like a staircase going up. Up to you. There's a lot of things you could do. So the last technique I will show you in this video, and the sky is the limit. You can do different things that you think of or add on as much as you want, but when we did the paper beads for Mother's Day, we used a paper strip and a pencil, or something like a pencil, a pen, a marker, and we pressed down and rolled at the same time around that pencil all the way. And then instead of gluing it like a bead, we can unravel it so we get a different kind of paper curl, or kind of like a spiral effect there. So you could even think of this as maybe you're imagining a roller coaster park. This wouldn't make sense because they'd all be running into each other, but maybe you can design it like that, because some of this stuff really reminds me of slides and amusement parks and roller coasters. So you can do that with some of them. You can keep it a tighter curl or unravel it and glue it down as you would like to. All right, there we have it. I'm so happy with how that came out. I really like all of the different textures that the folded pieces gave me here with the accordion fold. I got some spirals happening. I like what happened when I kind of tried to make it a little bit taller. So you could keep going and you could try to keep on building up and around. And I didn't have too big of a base here. This is kind of a small piece of paper here at the bottom, so you don't really need a huge piece of paper. You just have a small space to work in and see what you can create. And doing these paper techniques for our sculpture helps us to create more of a three-dimensional feel instead of just using flat paper. We're turning flat paper into forms, and one big form when we're done. So I hope you had fun with this. Be sure to take pictures and post on the stream. We would love to see what you've created for your paper sculpture. Have a great day.